think in today's environment, it's mandating that we get more broad in our exploration of other ideas, and it's just helped us out tremendously. My dad bought this with my mom in 1981, and it was just about a section of land, about 640 acres, and then just kind of slowly expanded it piece by piece throughout the years, and I'm a 6th generation rancher in Sierra County. I went to the Marine Corps right out of high school, came back, and found an opportunity in 2018 to move back down here and move back down.
And then as we came in, me and Dick, we just started bringing in different ideas, and it's evolved a little bit, leaning more towards the conservation side, and it's been quite a journey to build it up for sure.
And it's just a way of life that I think relates you back to history and back to history and back to history. And it's always been intriguing to me to just continue to be a part of that history.
It's been really fun, and I really enjoy it, and I can't imagine living any other lifestyle now.
It's always been, cow-calf operation, and then as we expanded, so did the numbers. I think right now we're running closer to 30,000 acres, incorporating BLM, state land, and private land. We've tried cash crops like alfalfa and that type of stuff. It just hasn't been highly successful with the weather we have and the water quality we have right where we live. So we went more towards a permanent pasture aspect.
We have the cattle rotationally graze as much as we can here in the desert, and so we like to have them on the farm fields in the summer while the uplands rest during the monsoon season so that we can get some grass grown, and then in the winter that way they have feed while we let the farm fields rest.
And we've actually found that it kind of gives, it's almost like a rotational grazing deal. So the crops are right now growing real well, so the cows will come in, graze, breed back. We have a lot better calf crop than we normally do, and then that gives the pasture land a chance to rest during the monsoonal season. Instead of the cows going directly and munching anything that grows, it actually lets it rest, get the seed base established, and then we've seen that it'll be a good winter pasture for them, while the farmland is more of the summer pasture. Right now we're closer to 60 acres of irrigational farmland.
Very rarely do we have the cows staying on one farm for a significant period of time to where they graze it down. For the most part, they naturally rotate themselves, which is really nice.
For us, it's getting more use out of the farmland. You get a higher calf crop, you get heavier calves, you get like your heifers, when they go into it, they'll breed easier.
And then we do a lot of soil testing on our fields just because we have such poor soil. So if a field does need a little bit of extra, we'll dump some more natural fertilizer on it. But for the most part, the cattle keep it rotationally grazed and fertilized.
If we didn't have the farmland, we'd have to cut our numbers drastically.
Being in one of the driest counties in the driest states here, it's really hard to provide feed all year round, especially if we're not getting a lot of rain. So that's been a really key to our operation. So we do what we call flood irrigation. And so to do that, you need to laser level the fields.
It's flood irrigation, it's not pivots or dryland farming. So the tank we fill full of water, it goes into a pipe system. Permanent pasture only requires about an inch of cover of water. So we try and put a slope on the field so that when the water comes up, it just drains across it essentially.
And so that you get it nice and timed, so you're saving water and you're saving time as you irrigate so that it slopes down.
We cut the water off at 3/4 of the end of the field. The head pressure should carry it to the end, and you should get no wasted water, no nothing. You'll see that the water just goes across even, and it should flow into the end of the field and be done.
So flood irrigation works the best in this environment. We've really started to more go towards the wildlife conservation here on the ranch and not just cattle focused. And so we really focus on the quail because we have a lot of quail population around here. And so we use a lot of brush management.
We've done quail habitat, we've done bat boxes, we've done native planting of tree species or brush species. We're mostly just trying to figure out how to keep it afloat, really. I mean, under the environment and the current situations that we're in, I mean, it's getting harder and harder to sustain doing this and to do some of the conservation stuff is where we're trying to go to preserve it. So it's trying to find a balance between the wildlife, what we can maybe bring in, and some kind of avenues we can do with that along with the cows.
We've really been researching quite a bit on cover crops here, some sort of crop that maybe we could grow in the winter, just a supplemental feed. So we're trying to figure out maybe a way that we could provide forage in the farm fields all year round.
You have no control over any aspect of your product. And the only thing that we can control is how to try and utilize the land and the resources we have.
If we weren't doing the conservation stuff that we're doing now in this climate, we would definitely not be running the numbers that we're running right now. It would definitely be a big financial toll on us if we weren't doing what we're doing.
It was kind of shocking in the sense that we, got the award. I can't take much credit for it. I was more happy for Megan and her hard work that she's put into doing this.
I was very surprised, really, really excited, really shocked, very just humbled and grateful that we were the ones chosen.
I just provided the canvas. She did the painting,